Hello everyone, welcome to Headlines of the Day. This is 16th of June 2022 and we are back again with some of the major articles from the Indian Express today. Let's begin our discussion from page number 3 and 10 from GS3 Defense Sector. We see articles related to the Agnipath Scheme. Now, as we have seen, this scheme has been in news a lot lately. The first article is headlined as Soldiers exiting after 4 years will get priority in the paramilitary forces, says the centre. Another article, that is an important article from the editorial section. It is written by Mr. Bhanu Pratap Mehta. It says, playing with Agni. The armed forces need support and reform, but Agnipath does not pass the smell test. This is an interesting article. From these two articles, you have to understand what is the Agnipath scheme, the recruitment policy, eligibility criteria, benefits linked to it, consequences both for the armed forces and society at large, the criticisms in respect to the Agnipath scheme, recent announcements related to the scheme, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 9 from GS3 Defense Sector, there's an article about the Prithvi missile. So India test fires nuclear capable Prithvi 2 missile. So you have to learn the facts related to the Prithvi 2 missile. Moving further on page number 10 from GS3 Economy Sector, there's an article, The Jobs Push. What is needed is employment in the manufacturing, especially low and semi-skilled workers. Private sector must lead the way. From this article, you have to know about the centre's announcement to recruit 10 lakh people in ministries and departments over the next 1.5 years. Why is it needed? India's job problem, various efforts, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 10 from GS2 International Relations, there's another article, Drawing Closer. Better connectivity between India and Sri Lanka could help them realize the full potential of their partnership. From this article, you have to know about India-Sri Lanka relations, the potential of the partnership, issues, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 11 from GS2 Governance Sector, there's an article about freebies. Good and bad freebies. So the article says 3 questions arise. What goods and services should be selected for such programs? What should be the ideal mode of delivery? From these articles, you have to know what constitutes freebies. Should they be encouraged? What goods and services should be selected for such programs? What should be their ideal mode of delivery? What should be prudent fiscal limit for their funding, issues, concerns, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 11 from GS3 Economy Sector, there's an article about inflation. So inflation's uneven toll. The article says that upsurge affects poor the most. Government must retool policy to ensure that inequalities do not deepen. From this article, you have to know why inflation is back with a vengeance in India, consequences, and what needs to be done in this particular context. Moving further on page number 13 from GS3 Economy Sector, there's an article headlined as The Government Jobs Situation. So this is about PM recently ordering 1 million centre government posts to be filled in mission mode over the next 18 months. From this article, you have to understand why has the government launched a massive employment drive at this point? What is the current strength of the centre's human resources? What is status of vacancies? And what are the main recruitment bodies and how many have they recruited in the recent years? Moving further on page number 13 itself from GS2 International Relations, article headlined as Why the UAE has suspended re-export of wheat from India. So, from this article, you have to know about the United Arab Emirates' decision to suspend re-export of wheat and flour from grain originating in India, how it affects India's interest, and what steps need to be taken for handling it. Moving further, page number 15, GS3 Economy Sector, there's an article about the Periodic Labour Force Survey, that is PLFS. So, article is headlined as Inside PLFS, Low Quality Unpaid Work Gains Agri Share Up and Manufacturing Down. From this article, you have to know what are the key findings of the annual report of PLFS, that is the Periodic Labour Force Survey for July 2020 to June 2021, issues, and what are the suggestions given in this particular report. Well, with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, the Indian Express. I'll see you with more such videos. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.